Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Nacho Average Tabletop. I'm Pepper, and today I'll be teaching you how to play cribbage solo. So this is something that I mentioned in our top games of all time videos, that I discovered a solo variant for cribbage, and that I loved it. And we got a comment asking for a rules on how to play that variant, and that was in our top 50 games last year, and I have not gotten around to it till just now. We are in the middle of our top 60 games for this year, and I mentioned it again because I still love the game, and I've finally gotten around to filming and teaching you how to play. So if you're familiar with cribbage, a lot of the scoring will you'll know how to score, but if you're not familiar, I'll just teach it straight up. All you need is a deck of cards, and to set up the game, you just shuffle the deck of cards, and it will be played over 4 rounds, and in each round you will be creating 3 hands of 4 cards that you will score separately, and I think the goal is to score 100 points. I randomly downloaded an app one day that just had a bunch of solo card games, and this was one of them, and it's the only one that's really stuck with me, and so yeah, I might have to track down that app, and I don't know what it's called, but if I can find it, maybe I'll link that in the description. But yeah, so you draw 6 cards at the start of each round, and you look at them, and you decide 4 cards to go into the first hand, and the extra 2 will go towards the second hand that you're creating. You draw another 6 cards then, and do the same thing. You set 4 cards for one hand and throw the other 2 to complete this third hand of 4 cards. And that's all you have to do for a round, and then you flip the top card of the deck, and this top card that was flipped is going to be as if it's within each of these hands. So it's going to score with all 3 hands. So a little bit about the scoring is you score 2 points for every 15 you can make. So like I have a 10 and a 5 in this hand, that would equal 15, so that would be 2 points. So for each 15 that you can make in a hand, that'll be 2 points. You also get 2 points for each pair that you can make. If you have 3 of a kind, that's 6 points. If you have 4 of a kind, that'll be 12 points. You also score for the runs that you can make. So this hand as well has a 4, 5, and 6. So that would be a run of 3, and when you get a run, you get 1 point per card within the run, so that would be worth 3 points for this run of 3. And like I said, this 5 is also counted as in this hand, so we could actually make another run with this 5, so that would be another 3 points, so I would actually score like 6 points for the runs in that hand. So this is actually a really good hand, and it's even better because, as you can see, these are all diamonds, and you also score flushes in this game, which is all of the same suit, either diamonds, hearts, spades, or clubs, and we have all 4 diamonds here, so that would be 4 points. If this top card did also match, you could add another point, but it does not. It is not required to match to score a flush. It's just a bonus if it does. What else is there? Oh yes, we've got the jacks are special in cribbage. So if you have a jack in a hand and the suit, the spade suit here, if it were to match the flip card here, that would be 1 point. So this does match the flip card because they're both spades. So this jack in my hand would be worth 1 point. If instead the jack was the flip card, the jack would then be worth 2 points. So they're just something a little special to earn a couple more points. But I think that's everything for scoring. Yeah, like I said, you score 2 points for every 15 you can make, 2 points per pair, 6 points for a 3 of a kind, 12 points for a 4 of a kind, 1 point per card within each run of at least 3. 1 point per card in your flushes, which the flush has to be the entire 4 cards, so at least 4 points. And then those jacks as well can score a point if it matches the suit of the flip card, or 2 points if it itself is the flip card. So yeah, just shuffling this up here. I'll set up a game. I'll play 3 games, I believe, here. Otherwise, I'm going to edit out this audio claiming to play 3 games. But I think I'm going to play 3 games. One with just the base rules here. Another game with a variant that I added to the game that actually includes these Joker cards, which, as you can see, these are Harry Potter themed cards, and that's one of the reasons I came up with this variant, to include the Jokers, because I have a bunch of these Theory 11 playing cards, and they're just awesome. Different themes, lots of them based on TV shows and movies, and I love their Joker cards, and I just wanted to find a way to include them, so I came up with my own variant that includes them. So I'll show you that as well, and I might even show you a very complicated, sophisticated, smart AI opponent that you can play against, or that you can watch play the game. So I'll show you that at the end. But yeah, so we've shuffled this deck. We'll deal 6 cards out. I've lost count already. 6 cards there. Okay, what do we got here? Lots of dark, and we are able to make a flush if we keep all of these 4 clubs together, but that would be splitting the 6 and the 9, which could make a 15. It would be splitting the 6 and the 7, which is a possibility for a run. So I'm going to keep the 4 and 3 together, because I'm going to put the 4 and 3 over here and hopefully draw some cards in my next hand that I can add to that and create maybe a run with that. This one's only going to be like 2 points then, because it just has 15, makes a 15 with that 9 and 6. Other than that, there's not much over here, so we're going to hope that the flip card is good. What do we got here? We got 6 cards. Actually, let's put it like this. And we have got nothing for that 4 and 3. Well, I guess not. We have 7, 7, 8, 9 here. I think you have to keep those together, because the 7s and 8s are going to make 15s for 2 points apiece, and then also the run of 7, 8, 9 2 times. I think we got to keep that together, and we're going to throw this 1 and this queen over here with this 4 and 3, and these other 2 hands aren't looking too great, but we'll see what the flip card is. If we could maybe flip a 2, that would be really great to make a run of 4 with this 1, 3, and 4. And we flip a 4, which isn't the worst, honestly. But yeah, so we're hoping to get 100 points. I feel like if you play a good game, you're usually around 100 points, and I think that's the goal that was in the game originally. And so to get that, with 4 hands, we're going to have to get about 25 points per round, because there are 4 rounds in the game. But yeah, what do we got here? We've got a pair for 2 points because of the 2 4s here. Because, as I said, this flip card applies to all 3 hands. But yeah, so we have a pair with those 4s, so that's 2 points. And then the 4 and the 1 is 5, plus this queen makes 15. So that's 15 for 2, and we have another 4, so we do that again. So that is 15 for 4, plus that pair, like I said. So that would be 6 points for this hand here. And then we move on to this hand, and that would be... We don't have a flush here. The jack does not match the top flip card. But we have a 9 and a 6, which is 15 for 2 points, and I think that is all we are going to get from this hand, which is a bit disappointing, especially with the 6 and the 7 and the 9. Usually those are good numbers like over here, but this hand can hopefully save the round, and we've got 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair for 6, 7, 8, 9. I love it when the run actually is the numbers that I'm pointing at. 7, 8, 9 points, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be 12 points. That's really awesome. I believe that's all we got there, but a lot better than the other two hands combined. So we got 12 points there. Yeah, I just love anytime you can double down on a run. That's always so satisfying. But yeah, now we are on to the second round. Draw 6 cards up. We got a lot of 6s and 5s. We got a 9. I gotta keep the 9 and the 6s together. I would like to keep the 5 with the 6s as well, but I also feel like I can put the 5 with the jack and throw that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go 6s, the 9, the 1, and throw the jack and 5 there. Draw 6 more cards. Oops. And we got a 5 and a 6 again, a 1, a 2. I think we gotta throw the 10 here, the king, and the 5 as well to get a lot of 15s down here. And this one's just gonna be just a kind of a mess of cards here. We'll flip this card. We got a 10. That's going to be pretty good because we have 2 5s over here. Which let's score those right away. So we got 15 for 2 points, 4 points, 6 points. And then 15 for another 2 for 6 points. So that's 12 points with this. Actually 14 because we have a pair. So that's another 2 points. The jack does not match. So that is 14 points. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. That's starting off a lot better than the other round. We've got 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair is 6. And I believe that is all there, so 6 points. And then onto this last hand here. We weren't able to get a run with the 1 and 2 or the 6 and 8. But 6, 8, and 1 is 15, so that will be 2 points. And I believe that's all we got with that. So that one was not great, but we still had a couple good hands. But yeah, I'm not sure what our running total is. I'll probably have that up on the screen. I'm kind of keeping track here as well. I think we're at about 40-something points. So a little under halfway there, but this is a pretty good hand that I just pulled. So you have 2 kings, a queen, and a jack, and that's gonna be a double run with the jack, queen, king, jack, queen, king. Gonna get that pair with those 2 kings. I really like that hand. Throwing a 10 and a 4. Hopefully we can get an ace to go with that 4 to make that a 5 to go with that 10. I don't know. We haven't pulled that many aces, so we should be able to, and we did. And look at that ace card. That is a very cool. That might be my favorite card in the set. That is so cool. But yeah, we got to put that ace with that 4 to make that. Although we do have a run of 3 here if we want it. I want to keep the run of 3. But also we have a 10 here, which will, yeah, let's put the 10 down there, and the ace, so we're going to make some 15s. And we also have the 2 and the 3 here, which makes a 5. That's going to make a 15 with that queen. And we flip a 9, which is really bad. That is not a card that we needed here. I would have much rather flipped that last round. But yeah, we've got run of 3, 2 times over, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. A pair brings us up to 8, and the jack does match that flip card, so that will bring us another point, so we have 9 points with this hand. And then over here we got 5, 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair brings us up to 6. I believe that's all we have there. And then over here we have another 5, 15, 2. And I believe that's all we get here. That wasn't great. I don't think I'm going to be hitting that 100-point mark unless we have some miracle that happens here in the last round. I think did I get 7 cards? 6 cards. Which we got 2 5s here, so there's potential for something great. I think we gotta throw the 2s down here since they're a pair and they don't really go with much else. And we'll have 2 5s, a king for some 15s, and hopefully we can flip a 6 to create a double run with those 5s and that 7. But yeah, we got another one. Well, we didn't pull any 6s here, so hopefully there's one more left right there. 3s and 4s. I kind of want to put the 2 3s with the 2 2s, which would create a lot of 5s. So if we can flip a 10, which is the most common number you can flip, that would be really great. That would be a lot of 15s. But I could just create a double run with it. Now, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna put the 2 3s down here. I'm gonna leave this mess of nothing over here, and we're gonna hope to flip a 10. So a 10 would be really good because we got a lot of 5s here. We got some 5s over there. And it is a 10. It is a queen. So we're gonna score a good amount of points here. It even made a straight here with the 10 jack queen, so that'll be 3 points, and it matches suit with this jack. So that brings us up to 4 points with this hand. Over here we have 15 for 2, 15 for 4, 15 for 6, 15 for 8. Pair brings us up to 10. Pretty good hands so far. And then we got, what do we got here? We got 15 2, 15 4, 15 6, 15 8. Pair is 10. Pair is 12. So that was a really good hand. It definitely paid off to put those 2s and 3s together. And let me just add up the score here. I'm just kind of keeping track on the side with cards at my score, but you have it on the screen. I got 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 85 points, I believe we got there, which is not the best, but we had some pretty weak hands as well. So we had some pretty weak hands, but we had some pretty strong hands. So it kind of evened out. We fell quite a bit short of that 100-point mark, but it was still a good game, and I've definitely done worse. So yeah, that was how you play the kind of base version of solo cribbage, and now I'll show you how to play with these jokers. So all this needs extra is to shuffle the jokers into the deck. And there are some edge cases. I haven't worked out all the wrinkles here in this variant. There are some edge cases that can come up that I'm not actually sure how I should handle it, but if that happens, we'll talk about it. But pretty much what the jokers do is when they come out, you discard them and draw the top 2 cards of the deck. So it gives you more options to choose from on your turn. And then with that extra card that you drew, the extra one left over, you'll just put back on top of the deck. So you get to see more cards, and you have more information, and can possibly, if you're drawing it in the second hand, you'll get to put one back on the deck, and we'll actually get to decide what that flip card is going to be. So when that happens, that's just so powerful, and I have seen that the scores in this one, if you have a decent game, you can easily get over 100, which is amazing to me because it's just 2 jokers, and sometimes they're not even that effective. So it's crazy that it does consistently bump the scores quite a bit. But now that I say that, I'm probably going to score 60 points with this. But yeah, we'll see. We'll show you how it's played. Let's shuffle the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got our hand. And we do not have the joker yet. But we have a 2 and a 3, and we got some 10s. I think we got to put those together. Leave this 6 and this king, which are not going to be a good pairing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we did get a joker here. So we got Dobby there. So we discard the joker. Goodbye. And we draw the top 2 cards of the deck. You draw. And now, as you can see, We have one more card than we should. We have 7 cards in hand, and we'll assign 2 to this crib, as well as the 4 to the hand, which will leave us with 1 left over. That's going to go on the top of the deck, and in this case is going to be the flip card. So we actually get to choose which card is going to apply to all of these hands, which is going to be pretty awesome. I love it when that happens, especially when we have a good amount of 10s here. And we actually have a 5 that we can flip from the top of the deck, so I'm definitely considering doing that. We got some 8s, so we... Dang it, I wish I had a 7 somewhere. A 7, and there's 6, and some 2 8s, that would be great. I think King and Queen, we keep those together. I think we're going to want to throw the 6 down here. And maybe the 3 as well, so that 6-3 is going to make a 9. Which is going to pair with the 6 to make a 15. And the 8s here, there's really nothing to do with the 8s. So I'm just going to throw them over there for a pair, and we're going to put this 5 on the top of the deck. And now we've created our 3 hands. We'll flip the top card of the deck. I wonder what it's going to be. Oh boy, it's a 5. So it's going to be pretty good. We got, so this equals 5, 15 for 2, 15 for 4, 15 for 6, 15 for 8, and I believe that's all, so, right, yeah, for some reason I thought there was a pair here, but 15 2, 15 4, 15 6, 15 8, that's 8 points there. And then over here, we got 15 2, thank you, 5, and pair for 2, which is not great, only 4 points with that hand. I believe that brings us up to 12, since we had 8 before. Yeah, maybe this didn't turn out as great as I thought. But yeah, we got another 15-2, 15-4, pair is 6. So yeah, that one's not the greatest either, but still not bad. We got a good amount of 15s there, which I always love when I can do that. And flip a 5 or something, or maybe if I have a lot of 5s, flip a 10 up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got, I see a double run in this hand, so I'm going to go for it. So we got 9, 9, 10, Jack. That, you're mad if you're not making a hand out of that. And we actually got a 4, 5, so we could set up a run, and if we could actually get some 6s, the 4, 5, 6, 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 15. So if we could get like 2 6s to go here, that's going to be an amazing hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we did not get the 6, but we got 2 more 4s. So I think we're going to have to put those down there. And if we could flip a 6 now, that would be amazing. And we actually have an 8, 9, 10 in this hand, so that's pretty good. That really worked out nicely. So yeah, let's flip this card, hoping it's a 6. It's an ace, which is not great. Oh, geez, I really wish that was a 6. But we still got a decent hand. So we got 9, 10, Jack, so that is a run for 3. We do it again with this 9, so that brings us up to 6 points. A pair brings us up to 8. I believe that's all we got there. Jack does not match. And we go into this one. We got 3 4s, which is going to be 6 points. And I don't believe we make any 15s here. We need another ace to do that. So that's just going to be 6 points, which is good, but not as good as that could have been. And then we got an 8, 9, 10, so a run of 3. And I believe that's all we got there as well. So for so much potential in that hand, ended up not being that great. 3, 4, 5, 6. So under the third round here, we got 6 and 7, which I think we got to put that together in the crib. So we're going to get to throw 2 more cards in there, and we could have control of, if we get a 5 or an 8, of making a run there. We've got King, Queen, 10, Ace, which makes 0 points as of right now. Hopefully we can flip a Jack. That would be really nice to flip a Jack, because that would be 2 points for flipping it, and it would create a nice little run there. And then we got the second Joker here. We got Hagrid, another awesome card. So we discard him, and we draw the top 2 cards of the deck. So we're going to have a lot of control here. And I already see we got some 5s to throw in this 6, 7. Although we also got 2 more. We got a 6 and a 7, which I think I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to throw the 6 and 7 here. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to... Do we have any jacks here? No. I'm going to put the king over here with a 5, a 9, and a 2, which is a pretty random hand, honestly. But we're going to put this 5, another 5, on the top of the deck, and this is going to be epic. So we create our 3 hands, flip the top card, it's a 5, surprise, surprise. Let's score this trash hand first. So we got 15-2, 15-4, and then the pair of 5s brings us up to 6. And then that's it for that hand. But these other 2 hands are going to be pretty great. So we got the 5. Each of these 10s is going to be 2 points apiece, so that's going to be 6 points. 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, which is, I guess that's not that great, but just wait till you see this bottom one. So 6 points there. I wish I had a jack in there. And then this one's going to be great. We've got a pair for 2, another pair for another 2, so a pair for 4. And then we actually have massive amounts of runs here, which sometimes massive amounts of runs are not a good thing, but it is great here in cribbage. So we're at 4 points of those pairs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 points with that. That was amazing. I love when I can do that. That's like, what is that? That's not even a double. That's like a quadruple run. So that's 16 points. Wow. Let's just keep track of it. Sorry. There we go. So we might be able to hit that 100-point mark. We're on to the final round now. And that will be with no more jokers left in the deck. So we are just playing regular vanilla solo cribbage from here on out. And we got 2 jacks here, which maybe just throw the jacks by themselves. I mean, a 3 and these 2 1s equal 5, but then I can only pair it with 1 jack, so I'm going to do that, put the jacks by themselves. Maybe we can create a double run or something, which we got a queen to help towards that, and I think I got to put that over there. Got 2 2s, 2 7s, and a 4, although the 2 2s and the 4 make an 8, which make a 15 with these 7s, but we got 5 cards here, so we can't have all that. You know what? I'm actually going to not throw the queen over here. I'm going to throw the 2 2s, and maybe we can flip a 3 and get a bunch of 15s there. That would be amazing. But I'm going to kick myself if I move the queen from over here and I get like a king or something, which would have created some runs. And we flip the 3. Oh my gosh. Exactly what I needed for these 2s. This is going to be pretty cool. So let's score this. Of course, I have 2 jacks here. None of them match the suit, so no bonus points there. But we got a pair for 2, pair for 4, 15, 6, 15 for 6, 15 for 8, 15 for 10, and 15 for 12. That was a really good draw there. I didn't even have to control that with a joker. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. This is starting off good. I think we might hit that 100-point mark. So we've got pair for 2, pair for 4, and then 15. This is 8, 2 3s, and a 1 equal 15. So we were at what? We were at pair for 2, pair for 4, 15 for 6, and then 15 for 8. So it's another 8 points, which is pretty good. And then this last one here, which I don't think, I probably should have done this one first, because this is definitely not the strongest hand of the bunch. We've got a pair for 2 points, and I believe that is all we have there. So yeah, our score this time would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85? Is that right? I mean, I was keeping track of my score over here with these cards. Maybe I did it wrong. You'll see on the screen what the score is, but is that actually only 85 points? That's exactly what I scored in the last game, I believe. So yeah, as you can see, it totally increases the score by so much, and it's so easy to hit that 100 points with that Joker variant. But yeah, that's surprising. That felt a lot better than the first game. I mean, we still had a couple not so great hands, but I still would have thought that would be at least 1 point better. And maybe I counted wrong, and you'll see on the screen what that score was, truly. But yeah, I guess we just had some highlight hands, and everything else was just kind of meh, apparently. But yeah, so now that you know how to play the base game, you know how to play with that Joker variant, and now I'm actually going to show you how to play it zero player, so you don't even play the game. I created a very sophisticated AI that will choose its cards and what hands they go in, and then you will see how well the robot scores and compare that to your scores, so you could have it as an opponent for yourself and compete against it, which we will see if it can beat our average score of 85 points. But yeah, so what you do here is you shuffle the deck. It's going to be very hard to follow, so you might have to watch this over a few times. You shuffle the deck, and you deal 4 cards here. You deal 4 cards here, and you deal 4 cards here. Then you flip the top card of the deck, and that's going to be that flip card that we saw earlier. And then you reveal these hands one at a time and score them. So the AI has made its choices of its 3 hands, and now we are going to score and see what it gets. So as you can see, this is just completely randomly put out their cards, but if I don't even have the brain power after a hard day to even play solo cribbage, I'll just do this and entertain myself and see how well the random deal can score. And sometimes it actually scores pretty decently. But yeah, we got 1, 3, 4, 10. That's actually going to be 15 with these. The 4, the 1, and the 10. So that's 15 for 2. 15 for 4 with that one. So it actually scored 4 points there, which is better than some of my hands. And we go on to the second hand that it created here, and it's got it. It actually has a double run in this hand with the 10, Jack, and Queen. It has that double with this Queen as well. It also has a pair, so that's a pair for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that scored 8 points there, which is honestly pretty good. It's kind of hilarious to see the great hands that it can get. Like this one as well, it got 2 6s and a 9, so that is 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair is 6. I believe that's all it got there, but still that was not bad at all, especially for just randomly dealt cards. I actually got... I had dealt once, and like each hand was like over 10 points, and I was like, oh my god, the whole round was like 40 points, and it was just completely randomly dealt cards, and I was like, I wish I could do that. So we got the 3 hands of 4, and we've got the flip card here. Ooh, an ace. Let's see what hands the AI has created, and again, another really decent hand. You got a 15 over here with the 4, 5, 6, so 15 for 2, 3, 4, 5 with that run. I believe that's going to be a 5-point hand. I don't think we have any more 15s there. So yeah, 5-point hand, pretty good. Over here we have 1, a 3, a 9, and a 7, which is not great, but they do have the pair of aces there, and I believe that is all they have. So that's going to be 2 points only. And then over here they almost got a flush here. Sadly, if these were swapped, that would have been a flush. That would have been a really nice hand, but it's not. But they do have a pair for 2 points, as well as the jack matching this one. So that brings it up to 3 points. Not great. Not as good as some of their other hands, but we'll see if they can beat that 85. Not sure if the AI has gotten 85. It's gotten like 70 points before that I've seen. Yeah, we flip this. And they have a pair in this hand for 2 points, and I believe that's all they have with those 2 kings. And then over here, we've got 2 9s, a king and a 5. I mean, that's pretty smart pairing, honestly, for the AI to do, to know to group the 2 9s together and the king and the 5 for a 15. So very, very smart. It's getting better with every play that it has, learning. But yeah, we got 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair is 6, pair is 8. So that was a pretty good hand. Back on track here for the AI. And in this last hand here, another great hand. Oh, if they could have gotten a 6 there, that would have been fantastic. So now I am kind of questioning their strategy, as they had some more 10s and some 5s in a previous hand. I wonder if they could have paired them together a little better. But yeah, we got, what do we got here? We got 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, 15-8. Pair is 10. And I believe that is all. No runs or anything like that. So 10 points is pretty good for a single hand of 4 cards. And we go on to the final round here. And we flip that. It's a 2. That I have a hard time believing that's going to be very helpful. I was just waiting to flip over a bunch of 2s and 3s and 1s. But this is still, again, very smart pairing. It's got 2 7s and an 8 together here. I don't know why they put that 3 there. That was pretty stupid. But we got 15-2, 15-4. Pair is 6. I believe that's all they got there. Let's see. And then we flip this one. And they got they got a jack there. It doesn't match, sadly, for the AI. And we got, I don't believe we have any 15s. These are all even numbers, so we don't have 15. But we got a pair for 2, and it's pretty bad. Pretty bad, not gonna lie. But we go on the last hand here, so it's the last chance to get up to that 85 points. And we've got, oh, this is not going to do it. This is not going to do it. I don't believe they have any points with this hand. They got a 10, an 8, a queen, and a king, which I don't know why I named them in that order. That was very weird. But I don't believe we have any points here. So that is their game. They scored, what do they got? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 56 points, I believe. Again, I could have counted wrong, and the real score would be on the screen here. But yeah, still, that's like halfway to 100 points, which is the goal, and I've definitely scored that low before. I have. It is possible for me to have lost to this AI, and luckily I didn't on camera, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you can enjoy playing this game, the solo cribbage, either the base game or with these awesome jokers, or in even the AI mode that I created, which is pretty much nonsense, but it's fun. But yeah, like I said, I love these Theory 11 playing cards, and I would highly recommend checking them out. We're not sponsored by them in any way, but I've got like 8 decks. They have a lot of Marvel ones, got Stranger Things, the Beatles if you want that. A lot of great, awesome decks. Just love all the customization in those court cards. But yeah, so that's how you play. Thank you for watching. Go play some solo cribbage. And don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.